Hello again. This is Motionz Biz. Welcome to the channel, and it's a pleasure to have you here. If it is your first time, welcome and thank you so much for tuning in. But of course, to my subscribers and to my first and ever pioneers to the Motionz Biz channel, thank you so much. And I just wanted to say that I appreciate you for continuing to follow this little channel. Okay. So anyway, as of today, I would like to share 5 very basic steps that I feel can really help you with getting started with Navy Federal, especially if it is your first time with Navy Federal, you just got a membership with Navy Federal, or if you are a member who feels that you are not going anywhere with your relationship with Navy Federal. It seems like you have been with them for a long time, but could not seem to qualify for high high limits on their credit cards or can be approved for their other products. This video will be for you, okay? As a disclaimer, this is not professional advice, okay? But this is just Motionz Biz perspective of how to do it based on my personal journey, as you have followed me here. And also, lately, as an example, is my daughter who went from a 601 credit score to a 765 credit score in less than a year. So I will share that here just to give you a different perspective or a kind of an option, okay? An option of what you will be able to do. So you can plan your own strategy on how you do it based on my explanation of why things work when you do these things, okay? So there are 5 things that I will discuss today, okay? With Navy Federal, if you became a member of Navy Federal, or if you are a student who have parents or relatives that are members of Navy Federal, ask them to sponsor you into Navy Federal, okay? Because they can share that with you, especially if they are a direct family, okay? Now you became a member of Navy Federal. So 5 things that I will discuss in this video. I will keep it short. I will keep it very brief, but easy to remember, okay? 5 things that I will discuss here is number 1, open a checking and a savings account with Navy Federal. Make sure that's 2 of them. And then open a Save First and an Easy Certificates account. I will explain to you why that is important. Number 3 is direct deposit and why it is so important and relevant with Navy Federal. Number 4 is open a pledge loan account with Navy Federal. Get started on a pledge loan as soon as possible. And number 5, make sure that you also do a self-lender account or a self-credit builder account. This can be any of the products that you can find on the market at this time. And I will tell you why. Okay, so let's go to number 1, and that is opening a checking and a savings account with Navy Federal. And of course, to start building your relationship with Navy Federal, you need to open those 2 accounts. But remember, you can open as many checking and savings accounts with Navy Federal. You can do that too. In my experience and in my situation, I have 2 savings accounts and I have 2 checking accounts, okay? Now, one of my checking accounts is the flagship account, okay? The flagship checking account. The only difference with the flagship is that you have to maintain a daily balance of $1,500 every day. That's a daily balance, okay? Now, if you are not able to maintain that, you will get charged a fee of only $10. You know, compared to other banks, that is still a little lesser, and you still get and are able to get a flagship checking account. Now, for you out there who are able to do that, are really are entrepreneurs, are people who work already, that would be easy for you to maintain that balance every day. The reason being, the flagship checking account is a great stepping stone to the flagship credit card. That's one of the advantages. Now, if you are a student and you are relying on allowance from your parents or your little gigs here and there, it is okay to still open a flagship checking account. And you just have to pay the $10 a month fee every month, but it's okay. It's still lesser, okay? But if you don't want to pay that, just maintain $1,500 as a daily balance, okay? So now, once you have your savings account and your checking account, the reason why it is so important to also open a savings account with Navy Federal is when you open a pledge loan later on, you will get the fund for your pledge loan from your savings account, okay? So it just looks good when you have these accounts with Navy Federal, and you can have 2 or 3 savings accounts and checking accounts, okay? So that is okay to do that. The more accounts that you have and you have funds in it and you manage it well, that will also look good with Navy Federal. But if you only decide to do one checking and one savings, that is also okay. Number 2, okay? I always and have been talking about the Save First account and the Easy Certificate accounts with Navy Federal. Now, these accounts are simple forced savings accounts with Navy Federal because once you open that account and you have money in that account, it is for a term of either 6 months or 12 months or even more, for larger amounts. And the thing is, you cannot withdraw that money until its maturity date. So basically, it is forced savings. Now, that money, let's say you're saving something for Christmas. You want to buy a large ticket item on Christmas and you want to use that account to save for that amount. And then when it comes to its maturity date, you can get that money and use it, so you can buy your big purchase. But those 2 accounts is just a way of showing Navy Federal the discipline that you have because you are saving, you are growing that slowly. Now, in my case, I don't have a lot on the Save First account. Easy Certificate accounts, when I started, it was basically just $50 on each, and even until now, I only have a max of like 1K, 1,000 on my Easy Certificates, and on my Save First account, it's only 1,000 total until now. I'm not just touching that, but I continue to make little deposits. You can make little deposits on those accounts, even for $15, $20. You can do it in every 2 weeks, every week, and whenever you have that amount, just continue to save and put money in that account. If you are a student, just whatever you can afford. It doesn't have to be a large amount, okay? Because even when I was approved for the flagship credit card and for the Cash Rewards credit card for $25,000, believe it or not, I only have about less than $300 on those accounts. But the thing is, I am making very regular deposits of like $10, $15. So I do not make it hard, okay? So just keep it low, keep it affordable, keep it easy for you, and whatever works for you. And I have included a link to the Save First account and the Easy Certificate accounts to my video on those 2 things, okay? So you can check it down in the description and the comment section below. So check it out, Save First account and the Easy Certificates account. Number 3 is direct deposit. Now, I really emphasize direct deposit just because Navy Federal is a bank after all. It's a credit union. They depend on the money that members deposit into their accounts. That is the reason why it is very attractive for Navy Federal to have those continuous and regular deposits in your account. Now, if you have a job and you have direct deposit and you deposit your pay on another bank, I recommend that you also deposit a portion of your paycheck to Navy Federal, if not all of them. Okay, so you have that option. Just because even if it's only a little amount, but if it's a direct deposit, especially if it is from an employer and Navy Federal can see that, that looks good on there. Now, if you are only doing gigs like Uber Eats, DoorDash, or little contract work, because I did have a member who asked if he does not have like an official employer or a job, you can still make deposits from whatever income you're making it from, okay? You can make a deposit. Just make sure that you have those deposits in your checking account, okay? Now, when I say direct deposit, it doesn't have to necessarily come from an employer, because if that's what you have, that's what you have. But remember, it can count when they can see, when Navy Federal can see that you have income coming in. That will make a lot of difference, because when they count your DTI later, your debt to income ratio, remember, that would also count. So again, it doesn't have to be your paycheck, but you can just make deposits, regular deposits to your account. Whatever allowance or income you get from little side jobs you have, deposit it on your Navy Federal checking account. Now for number 4 and number 5, I apologize that I have to cut this video because it's about 24 minutes long, and my app on my phone that I can handle, it can only save up to 10 or 11 minutes of videos, and it will not let me save it after that. So please check out the next video. I'm publishing 2 of this at the same time. It's a part 1 and a part 2. So please check out part 2 of this video. Thank you so much. I'll see you there for number 4 and number 5 and why they are so important to get started side by side.